Today we'll talk about volume point of interest, which is one thing I use in my trading. It's kind of a very tricky tool to use. It takes a lot of mastering to use it, and it works. Okay, has it gives you a high profitability rate. Okay, so like I've said in my earlier videos, this year the primary focus is going to be on two things, not much of strategy, just two things, two important things, which are understanding the daily bias, and two, understanding the POI, important POIs. So I'm going to spend much of my time this year talking about volume POIs. And after watching this video, you would probably be exposed to things that you maybe didn't have an idea that they existed or they worked. Okay, now let's go straight up to what we mean by volume POI. All right, now if you look, going to I'm going to zoom in here. All right, you can see I'm on BTC charts, BTC USD charts on the 1 hour. Okay, I usually love to apply um my volume POIs from 4 hours to 5 minutes, 5 minutes time frame. Now, if you look at my volume indicator, this is a simple volume indicator that you can find on TradingView. You can find it on MT5 or MT4. You don't need to pay for this. All right, like I said, this channel is about simplicity, using what you have available to you, excuse me, using what you have available to you to make the most out of it. All right, now if you look at these this volume indicator, the mistake people do is try to quantify this. People try to quantify this green movement or these green bars as bullish bars, or and these red bars as bearish bars or bearish volume or whatever. But in the real sense, that is not how to use volume, the volume indicator, to get your POI. So I'm going to be explaining how I use it. Now, you want to check the aggregate volume. Okay, when I mean by aggregate volume, you want to check the volume congested. Which areas have congested volume? Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this chart. You can check. You can see that at specific times, we have an uprising in volume here. Just some volume spike. Okay, you can see at those specific times we have volume spike. At most times the volume is low, and then all of a sudden volume spikes. You can see here high volume. All right, high volume, and then suddenly spike. Now these volume spikes respective to time. Okay, this listens very well. These volume spikes respective to time can be a very strong POI, can be a very strong point of interest. Price can bounce from those areas, all right, respective to time. I'm going to be giving you random examples in this first video. I do not have any intentions of making long, because Volume POI, like I said, takes time to understand. But if you do understand it, a lot of things are going to be quite much easier for you. All right. Now let's take a look at this. Look at this area. You can see the volume spike here. Now this signifies that there is a sort of demand. Sorry, yeah, demand. Yeah, a sort of demand. Okay, volume, sort of trading volume that came into this area that pushed price away. Okay, now how do we use this as our POI? This area where the volume, this area where the volume is this much. Okay, can you see that becomes an area of interest? It means that there is every possibility for price to fall back into this area where the volume is much, okay, and push back out. If you see this, you can see price continuing to pull back into that area and push out back. Why? Because this volume, as you can see, the volume spike here is real. Okay, the volume spike here is real. I'm just giving you a summary of how volume can be used as a POI. Okay, there's a lot more nuance that goes into analyzing your POIs with volume. All right, it takes a lot of practice, like I've said, but I'm giving you an idea of how it works. This is top secrets. You hardly find information like this given out for free. So I need you right now, if you're watching this video, please hit the like button, okay? And comment your questions, because I know you definitely have questions. Comment your questions, and I'm going to go further about how we use this in our next video. All right. But let me show you some more examples. Let me show you some more examples so that it begins to make sense. Let me show you some more examples. Like I said, do not now. Let me give this disclaimer. Do not go to your chart right now and just look for an area where you have volume spike, whatever. You feel like there's a volume spike there, and you just wait for price to come back down to that area and you start buying or selling. That is not not exactly how it works. Okay, there are rules to using volume as your POI. Like I said, you have to systematically combine volume and time. I'm going to explain in my next video. Don't worry, I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm going to explain everything in my next video. Okay, but right now I just want to give you the preface, okay, the summary of how everything works. As you can see now in this example, we can see price, we can see volume low, and then volume spike. Okay, like I said, it has nothing to do with if the candle is green or if the candle is red. It has nothing to do with any of these things. Okay, sorry, not candle, the volume bar. It has nothing to do with if the volume bar is green or red. Okay, we are looking for the cumulative volume. Okay, we want to see spikes. That is why I often, shrink my screen to so that you could see the volume contraction. Okay, you want to see spikes that are contracted. Okay, this shows low volume. Okay, as you can see, there's not much contraction compared to, let's say, somewhere around somewhere around here somewhere around here. You see how this volume is packed. Okay, see how this volume is packed. All right, so it's it's not much. There's not much volume here, but it still applies because of the spike. All right, like I said, you have to combine this with time. Okay, so be patient. I'm going to explain this in my next video so you can see the spike here. Okay, it means that there's an area here of demand, where price will be willing to come down to and take off. Exactly what happened. Okay, this area of demand, as you can see, this area of demand where price is willing to come back to, because why? There's a lot of buy orders there. Okay, price spiked. There's a spike in volume, which means that a lot of buyers came in here. This market at this particular time, okay, time is of the essence. All right, a lot of buyers came in here, bought this market at this particular time. Okay, now this means that there's possibly still orders here, buy orders that haven't been filled. Okay, now price comes back and does what? Takes into that zone and buys. All right, so your assignment for today is going to be to go through your charts every single day. Okay, go through your charts and find these areas. All right, go through your chart and find these areas. Okay, good. I will see you in my next video where I talk about volume and time. Okay, and how it's relative, how you can apply it, combining that with your daily bias. See you when I see you next. Bye.